Well, today is Sunday the 14th of July, and we finally got enough cherry tomatoes picked to have enough on salads. We got our first one about the 1st, and usually we get a big tomato a couple weeks later. These are super sweet 100s. They're really sweet, nice tomato, and can put out some big clusters with a lot of fruit on it. There are two drawbacks to them. One, they get sunburned really bad, especially late in the season. They get spots all over them, and that's why I try to leave a lot of suckers on a plant to keep a lot of foliage so they won't be in the sunshine. And the other thing is, after heavy rain they split. Well, it rained a little bit Thursday afternoon, it rained a whole lot Friday, and it rained a whole lot yesterday. And so with cherry tomatoes especially, you have to go pick them. After it rains is the best. It rained into last night. I went out there this morning and picked these before they split open. All cherry tomatoes will split. All tomatoes will split, but cherry tomatoes will split worse. And the problem is that when they reach this point of getting ripe, the skin is the size it's going to be. So if it takes in a large amount of water, the only option it has is to split open. You don't see them. This happened to green tomatoes because the skin is still expanding. And this is what happens since last night. These have all split open. And that's not a horrible amount, but right there are about, 7? And it's probably at least 10-15%. Now the sweet millions we normally grow will split, but it would be 2 of them. Another thing about tomatoes is this is our first real tomato. See, this one is misshaped. A bird has pecked it. But see how that section never filled out? It's not round. That's because the seeds under this area right here were not pollinated. Tomatoes have a perfect flower and they'll pollinate themselves. We've had low pollination rates because we're not setting as much fruit, and there's not a lot of fruit on the lower sections of the vines. And this tomato, when it was pollinated, some of the pollen didn't reach all the seeds. So that when the tomato formed, these seeds weren't viable in this area, and that's why it's not round. We got a couple calypsos. We don't worry about them getting this big. I've seen them get bigger than that, but we generally peel these and eat them in salads. So anyway, that's what I got on our first little picking. Way behind. We were picking string beans 2 weeks ago last year. In fact, I did a video right here with 2 bags of string beans from Wally World that I picked out of my garden.